Welcome back. The LSUS women's basketball program fought their way on Saturday to their 17th straight victory.
At the helm of the ship, the Lady Pilots, is second-year head coach Matt Strickland. I sat down with the undefeated coach for this week's Coach's Corner.
Checking in, you guys have had an incredible season this year, coming off of a great season last year. Talk to me about how proud you are of this team and how it feels to be the head coach and see this success.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty surreal feeling. Kind of tried to hit the ground running. We brought a ton of new players in. I think we had 7 new players last year with the 5 returners, and then we had a brand new coaching staff. So it took a little bit to get everybody acclimated and used to the new system and the culture we were trying to implement. And they really took off at the last half season of last year, and were able to win the conference tournament and make the national tournament, obviously, before it got canceled.
Let's talk about that adversity. You're in your first season as the head coach. You guys are having an incredible season. You win the conference tournament, and then all of a sudden, sports are canceled. So kind of your message to the team, how you kept them positive, looking forward to this season.
Throughout the whole year, there was expectations for this team because they were so talented, and I just wanted them to meet and exceed those expectations. So all year, I'm preaching, we got to get to the national tournament. We got to win the conference and stuff like that. Those were our goals, and to eventually reach our goals and win the conference tournament. And the next day scrambling to get plane tickets and everything. Selfishly, our tournament was in Billings, Montana, so that was where I played and went to school in college. So secretly, I was just fighting for us to get back, and we finally did it. And we get plane tickets and everything like that, and start making arrangements. And we get the phone call the next morning, and you say, hey, the tournament's canceled, everything's canceled. So I just kind of said, hey, look, our national tournament was canceled. There's 31 other teams in the NAI that had their tournament canceled as well. So we're kind of into the season with a win, which not a lot of teams can do. So I was proud of them and just kind of let them know how proud I was of them. And we're going to keep the ball rolling coming in this year.
Well, you've got experience, obviously, we just talked about it, coaching the men's side at LSUS, but you also have some women's basketball coaching experience in there. So what's the difference, I guess, in your coaching style when it comes to motivating a group of women compared to being a men's coach, kind of just the challenges that each present?
I'd say on the women's side, they listen a little more. Guys, kind of roll the ball out a little bit, and I'm guilty of this myself. But they'll lock in and listen a little more, pay a little more attention to detail. It's weird. So my first 2 years coaching, I was a junior college assistant at my alma mater, and I coach them hard, and I'm tough on them, and I'm just trying to do the best I can to prepare them for the real world. So I'm much harder on them on the women's side. That might seem crazy, but they handle it just fine, and they accept every challenge we throw them every day.
You guys are undefeated in conference play also, so there's a lot on the line. You want to go back and get that conference championship again, I'm sure. So the games that are circled on the calendar.
The games we're looking forward to are right ahead of us. Pretty much every year in the Red River, it comes down to Our Lady of the Lake out of San Antonio and LSUS, who we played 3 times last year, and there were 3 battles. The first game last year, we went on the road and beat them on their home floor. They come back to our place and beat us by 2 in overtime, and we were able to beat them that 3rd time in the conference championship. So on the national landscape, Our Lady of the Lake, they've been to the Final Four. They won the Red River countless times. So we're trying to compete with them each and every year, and for that top spot. So obviously, rivalry games against LSUA are always fun. We got to play them last Saturday, which we were able to win. And so we play them next week as well. So the ones we're looking forward to the most are really right in front of us. So we're excited. We got to make sure we don't skip the process and prepare properly. So we're ready to play in those games.
Yeah, Wes, you heard Coach Strickland there at the end talking about how competitive their games are every year with Our Lady of the Lake out of San Antonio. And I got to say, yesterday's matchup did not disappoint, but the Lady Pilots, they fought their way to their 17th straight victory, so a big weekend for them as well.
Pretty impressive.
Exactly. Well, coming